What's up, Digidestins? Did you hear the bell? That means it's another day in the Market Watch, and today we're going to do a little more max rarity market watching this time around. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, because I've been kind of avoiding max rarity for a little bit, especially with BT16. This is one of those sets that are quite expensive, and now we're getting to a breaking point that anything you're trying to max rarity is going to break your bank account. So without further ado, let's get into the video, shall we? First off, we are talking about Davis and Ken alternate art being Observer BT16, $50 and climbing. This $50 could easily disappear and this thing becomes $60 to almost $80 card without breaking a sweat. And that is a little scary for this. I mean, it is one of the best cards to be ever printed, I think. It is a very powerful card, being able to slam down your searchers for free, and then the ability to, gain a memory, and then also DNA trash 3 Digievolutions that are your opponent's Digimon. It is such a get back more card. It's not even funny. Being able to strip protection skills out and all that really does help out at the end game. But taking a look though, Europe side holding strong at 22 euros to 25 euros, but holy cow, they're in the same boat. They don't have many stocks, and this could climb very easily. Digimon alternate art for BT16 up to $59-$60 card. So if you find some packs and you crack this, oh my god, you get your box back. So this is starting to show that maybe the 120 isn't as bad, because some of these cards, if you even crack these alternate arts, you get at least half your profit back. I'm not saying invest into 120, but it looks like you can at least break halfway if you get lucky enough. I mean, am I going to say buy 120? No, I wouldn't pay that. Europe side looking like 40 euros to 50 euro range. Holy cow. Same thing. Valkyriemon Ace, recent buyout, and we're now up to $60 a pop. And people are willing to pay up to 65. That is crazy to me. If you have this, flip it, make some money. Europe side 22 to 24 to 25s. Magna X antibody. So this is the texture. So $750. Oh my goodness. At least it's coming down a little bit. I mean, there wasn't many sales since the 2nd, which is at least, 5 days ago. And I don't think it's going to sell at $750 consistently. It's only people that really want to desperately have one for their collection, but at the end of the day, I don't see this value holding strong. Europe side looking like 618 euros to 650 euros, and it just climbs up to 1,000. Digimon Dragon Mode alternate art. This thing's pulling strong at 280. Do I expect this to drop down to 250? Probably another week or two. We'll take a look back. But right now, I think it's just going to hold 280 for right now. Europe side looking like 182, 185, 190. Shakuma here, BT16. This card is $16. Not bad. Could be a lot worse, but holding strong at 15s. This is one of those ones you kind of get sad if you crack. Europe side looking like 10 euros to 12 euros, which wouldn't be too terrible. I mean, the deck actually has some fun leggings on it. Is it competitively long term? I don't know, actually. I think it's a very interesting play style indeed. I think the fact that it forces your opponent to attack, you're able to remove things, you can easily combo and do shenanigans, does matter at some point. I mean, being able to slam down a Edamon, force your opponent to attack, if you blast ace immediately afterwards, and then your opponent has a bad day, especially because if you hit an 8,000 DP Digimon, boom, they're not going to be doing much. So keeping that in mind, taking a look right now for Digimon Exceed Apocalypse BT15 as well. Taking a look at it now, it's heading to the $10 range. Will it stay that long term? I don't know. Actually, to be honest with you, I expect it to dip down once we get further and further away from SOC Black version, gets away from Digimon and stuff like that, and just focuses heavily on its main core engine in BT17. So we'll have to see if this long term holds. Europe side looking like 8 euros to 10 euros, kind of in the same ballpark for us. Lucamon Blast Ace BT14 already to $7.25. Do not sleep on this. You're going to need this, so make sure you get your copies now than later. Europe side looking like 7 euros to 8 euros. Patamon promo finally touching down into the $8 range. Below that, actually, we're at like $7.50. That is kind of good to see, actually. You know how long these promos have been like 30s and 15s and 20s pluses? Now it's good to see that these Avenger boxes actually cooled this off, because the main aspect, I think, was the randomization of the other cards. If they kept both being the same, I think the problem what it came down to is that cards wouldn't have fluctuated as much, because now you don't know which one you're getting. And now knowing that the second one is just completely random, you now have variables that means like, oh, I've already cracked 4 Patamons. This is now my 5th. Let me flip this. Let me get this listed online. Beforehand, people would just pick and choose which ones they needed. And if there was 2 of them, boom, you were just all good. Europe side looking like €5 to €6. Wormmon promo, $5 to $6 range. Holy cow. Same thing. It's going down, which is good. We needed these cards to be a little bit cheaper. And since this is now accessible, this is making some decent, friendly ways of getting into it. Europe side looking like €5 to €6. Metal Garurumon Acid Apocalypse BT15. Looking like an $18 card, goes to $19.50. And people are picking this up. It's not as competitive, but we'll have to see long term what happens. I know that we do have the Omnimon deck coming up, and people are going to want to be playing the Metal Garurumon and the War Greymon in it. So yeah, make sure you get your copies. Europe side looking like €15 to €19. I know I said it's like max rarity watch, but I had to splash in some low rarity stuff, because if it was just all straight max rarity, I think a lot of people would have left. Rena's sitting at $43 with 9 listings. This girl is just not coming down. You know, she gets some $40 listings bought out, buys really quickly. $50 ones for 45s. You know, she is just disappearing off the market when she gets low enough. Europe side looking like 37s to €40. Mirai, we're going up to 12s. Not terrible, could be a lot worse. Europe side looking like 14s to 15s. I mean, you should make sure you get your copies, because this is going to be one of those cards you want to have your place set up. Well, maybe just 2 of, but this card is going to climb up once Mastemon drops at the end of the month. Shoe alternate art from BT15, $40 a pop. I'm not investing into this. Holy cow. I wish I got shoes earlier, but she's just never been kind of the cheap friendly version. I mean, she was at 27. I wish I picked her up at that, but now $40, I'm not doing it. €24 to €28. Malomyotismon alternate arts going up as well. Is people figuring out Malomyotismon? Please let me know down in the comments who's broken the sauce, who made the sauce. We need to know, because if somebody's got the sauce and knows how this thing is competitively viable, let me know. Europe side looking like €7 to €8. Holy cow. Galactimon alternate art up to 32s to 34s. A little bit better than what it was earlier this week when it jumped up. I think we hit roughly, we just hit the buyout of 30s and just stuck with for the ulti. Not terrible, could be a lot worse, but Galactimon's Galacticmon. Europe side, €28, 30, €40, €40. Not many listings on buyout for you guys. I feel bad. Davis, alternate art from the starter deck Jessmon. Holy cow, we are reaching close to $10 range on sales. Be ready to pick these, sell these. This is a good selling point. Europe side looking like €5 to €6. Definitely take this over to the CT pages and you'll probably get a few extra bucks. Pause plug MP. Finally going down a little bit. Not many decks actually using this card, but people are picking this up at droves of 4. Maybe they'll start getting used to using it, but being able to shut down the wind digivolving effects is really important. Europe side looking like €1 to €3. Dirt cheap, plenty of stock though. Cody. Promo 128, $8 and climbing. You know how sad that is? Nobody's playing this Cody. I don't get it. Don't get it. $8 to $9, just not worth it. Europe side looking like €2 to €3. Skull Nightmon, make sure you get your copies at the $10 marks, because you know what? This card can easily climb up very easily. Europe side looking like 11s to 15s. Could be a lot worse, but again, this thing's got Bagra and Dark Nightmon traits. Be ready for this thing. Dracmon promo 085. We're going up. Boys and girls, what is the sauce that you guys are playing this in? I mean, this thing is, if you have a purple tamer in your turn, this Digimon may digivolve into a card with Dark Animal or Undead in its traits in your trash. It's not a bad trade-off. €5, not bad. Europe side €1 to €2. I mean, yeah, make some money. Magna Angemon pre-release stamp going up a little bit, guys. Just keep this on your radar. Make sure you get your copies, because that Angel deck is coming. Europe side looking like €3 to €4. Gold Vidramon alternate being booster EXO4. We're at $12 a pop, going down. Just make sure you have your copies. just in case you guys do armors. Europe side looking like €8 to €10. Well, armor backseat. Errata box topper. This thing is showing a little bit of a decrease, but it's holding strong in the $19 range. Wow. Crazy for errata. Europe side looking like €10 to €13. Pokemon Alternate Art New Awakening BT08 going up. We got 14s to 15s. Guys, make sure you get your copies because the Hawkmon is actually useful because it can get a 2-color red card among them, add it to your hand, place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. Europe side looking like €5 to €7. Hina's a good girl. She's at $18 a pop, which isn't bad. Could be a lot worse. But right now, Hina just hasn't found her place if she's going to be competitively viable in the future meta or even now. Europe side looking like 18s to 21s. Belphemont Sleep Mode event pack 6 versus Royal Knights. We are at 15s to 18s. Good to see it coming down. Europe side looking like €8 to €10. Dorumon Royal Knights set X record bubbling off a little bit. Just holding strong into this 26, 20, 30 range. I mean, you pick this up if you really need it or not. Europe side looking like €7 to €10. Metal Greymon Across Time BT10. This is a card you should probably get in your collection. This one is a good flip later card. Seeing as it's $5 now, you're going to make some decent profit later. This card will get some reveals and support, and this thing's going to skyrocket. So make sure you get your copies now, especially since Overdose Gaming has 42 listings. Pull in some, pick some up. Spend $20, ready to flip. Europe side looking like €3 to €4 to €5. But all in all, guys, that is the Market Watch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one.